While trying to find a room in Japan, you've probably noticed two terms popping up everywhere: veranda and balcony. In Japan, they are not the same at all. If you just assume they're basically the same and pick a place without thinking too much, you might end up saying things like, "Wow, this room is darker than I expected. It's actually hard to hang laundry out here." Or even, "Everything got soaked because of sudden rain." And yeah, that happens more often than you'd think, especially if you're a foreigner renting a place in Japan for the first time. Simply knowing this difference can seriously impact how comfortable your daily life will be. So today, I'm going to walk you through the difference between a veranda and a balcony in Japan, along with the pros and cons of each, and also the key things you absolutely need to watch out for when renting. If you stick around until the end, you'll have a clear idea of how to choose a place in Japan that actually fits your lifestyle. Alright, let's get into it! First, let's start with the most important difference. The key distinction is whether there's a roof or not. That's what separates a veranda from a balcony. An outdoor space with a roof, that's called a veranda. No roof, that's a balcony. Super simple, right? In many Japanese apartments and rental buildings, the floor of the unit above acts as a roof. Because of that, a lot of these spaces are designed as verandas. On the other hand, balconies are more common in detached houses, condominium-style apartments, and high-rise buildings. Here's something else you should remember. Both verandas and balconies usually refer to outdoor spaces on the second floor or higher. If it's on the ground floor, then in Japan, it's typically called a terrace or a private garden. This terminology difference is actually really important when you're browsing property listings. Also, there's another type you should know about in Japan: the roof balcony. This is a larger outdoor space built on top of the roof of the unit below. It feels very open and spacious, and it's quite popular. In many condominiums, you'll even find large roof balconies where people put tables and chairs and actually spend time outside, almost like a mini patio. But here's the important part, something you really need to be careful about. Even if it feels like your own private space, a roof balcony is often considered a shared area under building regulations. That means there can be restrictions, like limits on how heavy your furniture can be, rules about cleaning the drainage, and sometimes even an extra monthly usage fee. So always make sure to check the contract before signing anything. Now, here's where a lot of people from overseas get confused. In many countries, the word balcony is used regardless of whether there's a roof or not. Basically, if it's an outdoor space that sticks out from the building with a railing, it's called a balcony. But in Japan, if there's a roof, it's often called a veranda instead. If you don't know this difference, the actual space might feel very different from what you expected based on the photos, so definitely keep that in mind. Next, let's look at the pros and cons of each. Let's start with verandas. The biggest advantage is definitely the sense of security you get from having a roof. Japan has a rainy season, and sudden rain showers are pretty common, so being able to hang your laundry outside without worrying too much is a huge plus. Light rain usually won't reach your clothes, and you can even leave the windows slightly open for ventilation. Also, the roof helps block direct sunlight, which can keep your room temperature more stable during the hot summer. If you work from home or spend a lot of time indoors during the day, this can make your place much more comfortable to live in. But there is a downside. Because of the roof, natural light can be a bit limited. Even if the unit faces south, it might still feel darker than you expected. So when you go to view a property, it's a good idea to check how bright the room actually is during the daytime. Now, let's talk about balconies. The biggest appeal here is the brightness and openness. You get great sunlight, and airflow is usually excellent. If you're in a high-rise building in Tokyo, there's also a good chance you'll have an amazing view. Plus, balconies can really enhance your lifestyle. You can grow herbs or flowers in planters, set up a small chair, and enjoy your morning coffee outside. It adds a really nice touch to everyday life. Of course, there are downsides too. On rainy days, it's not ideal for hanging laundry. And in the summer, it can get extremely hot. Also, sudden rain can easily soak everything you left outside. And in Japan, that's honestly a pretty common experience. Now, from here, let's go over 4 important things you absolutely need to know about using verandas and balconies in Japanese rental properties. First, don't block emergency escape routes. Many verandas and balconies have emergency ladders or partition boards between neighboring units. These are critical escape routes in case of fire or earthquakes. Placing large items like furniture, bicycles, or even too many planters in these areas is not allowed. Second, be careful with DIY. In most Japanese rentals, modifications like drilling holes, painting, or installing fixed wooden decks are prohibited if they can't be restored to the original condition. Some removable mats or deck tiles might be okay, but you should always check with the management company first. Third, smoking in open flames. More and more properties in Japan are banning smoking on balconies and verandas. Smoke and odors can easily cause problems with neighbors. Also, things like BBQs or portable gas stoves are usually not allowed. Fourth, be mindful of plants and noise. Hanging flower pots outside the railing is dangerous, so that's a definite no. You should also use trays to prevent water from dripping down to the units below. And one thing people often overlook: sound like talking on the phone or watching videos carries more than you think. Alright, let's quickly recap what we covered today. In Japan, a veranda has a roof, and a balcony does not. If you prioritize practicality on rainy days, a veranda is the better choice. If you care more about sunlight and an open feel, then a balcony might be perfect for you. If you're planning to live in Japan, take your time and choose a place that fits your lifestyle. On mooovin, you can search for apartments in Japan from anywhere in the world. We offer support in Japanese, English, Chinese, and Vietnamese. So be sure to check out our official website from the link in the description. If you thought this video was helpful or interesting, please subscribe and hit the like button. Well then, see you in the next video. I'm cheering with all my heart for your happy life in Japan. Bye bye.